Hi, welcome to Cultish. I'm Kate,
See?
and happy Monday. We made it through the weekend, and it was a beautiful Easter weekend. So, to all who celebrate, we hope you had an amazing time with family, friends, whatever you do. And
He is
it's just great.
risen.
He's risen indeed. And I mean, it's also just a great entry into spring. Easter always gives
Oh,
me like the spring vibes are
yeah.
here, and I love it.
Like the stores like get all like flowers out and all the Easter decorations. It's just like such a good vibe this time of year.
It is. And like if you live in Colorado, like it was supposed to be a hellish weekend and honestly, it was totally fine. And it was like the spring crisp.
Yeah, Friday night was not the vibe, but other than that, like
But we
yes,
knew that that was gonna happen.
I know. Yeah.
But they made
But
it seem like
Saturday was
all
not
Saturday was not bad and neither
no.
was today. We were outside a little.
Yeah, all day, same. Same.
So, no, so that's always just like a nice treat of just like an Easter outside. So, I had a great weekend and I am like slightly broken. Brooks's first Easter. He's 8 months old. I snuck into his room and put his basket like so he could see it when he woke up. Drew was like,
Did
"What are
you
you doing?"
notice it?
No. Drew was laying in bed and I was like, "Get up!" And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "We have to put it in his room." And he was like, "Why? He's not gonna know." And I was like, "I want him to wake up and see it." And we
And
like
he just like
snuck
woke up and was
in.
like,
No, he literally woke up and was just like his normal, like pissed off self. And then like I put him next to the basket and we took a picture of it. And I was like,
oh,
"Look."
oh yeah, so cute.
He loved it. But it was really
Cute.
fun. Like this was I feel like the first holiday that I felt like he obviously was alive for Thanksgiving and Christmas, but he was like still just kind of like a blob. So this was kind of the first holiday that I like he like grabbed an Easter egg out of the basket. I was like, "Whoa,
That's
you're
fun.
doing it." So that
That's
was
so
really cute. And then more
cute.
importantly this weekend, well, how was your Easter?
My
Let us know.
Easter was so good. It was lovely. My weekend was really nice. Last night, I went to dinner with my friend, my high school friends, and we literally were there for like 4 hours and we were just having the best time laughing. The waitress loved our stories. She was cracking
Oh
up.
my God.
We were just talking
That's
about
always the
people from
best.
our high school and she was like laughing. And I was like, yeah. But it
Oh
was
my
really fun.
God.
We had a great time. My friend Audrey was in town and she like lives in
Fun.
so she was back and we just like hearing her stories about living in London. So funny and fun. And then today, yeah, we just had a great Easter. We went to my in-laws' house. We did an adult Easter egg hunt, which was so fun.
Was there money
We
in the egg?
there was like a big grand prize in the golden egg. So they were like, listen, go run around, but like you find the golden egg, like big prize. And we are like, oh shit. So we are all like sprinting around, like everybody, like literally Jake and Becca were getting an altercation. Jake started bleeding and
Oh my God.
my brother-in-law Jake. That's his name. He started bleeding in the parking lot. They were like, it was so funny. But anyways, it was fun. And the golden egg, I didn't get it. John's cousin did, but it was either tickets to the Rockies game or they would buy like you a golf outing wherever you wanted to golf.
Oh my
And I was like,
God.
but I did
That's
get
really
like
good.
a bunch of lottery tickets. We won $20 in lottery tickets and just like candies and stuff like that. So it was like really fun. It had like fun, cute stuff in there. And it was like really fun and cute. So that was super
Yeah.
fun.
And
What?
you made a gorgeous appetizer.
Well, I tried to make these like tulip thing. Fun fact about me is I bring deviled eggs like everywhere I go, which is like I make good deviled eggs, but like I tried to make it in the shape of a tulip and it literally looked like a blob. I literally was like so mad and I was like in a hurry and like it just like wasn't happening and it was not good and I didn't even really like bring that, but I did make like a platter of deviled eggs and that did go and that turned out really good. But yeah, the tulip art just was not it literally on the video it's like make one insertion here and one insertion here and take the inside out and then fill it. And I was like, great. So I just started doing it. It was so hard. Literally, I was like, this is not what you were advertising on your DIY video.
No, like successfully making a deviled egg, like not fucking it up when you're like undoing it is hard. Like eggs are not these like easy to manipulate items. So,
No,
but I
they're
was
like floppy and it was like and like also I like hard boiled some myself and then I did like half like pre-hard boiled because it's easier that way. And literally like some of the I was in such a hurry that some of the insides were still like a little runny, but it was like it was just not going well. So the platter turned out good, but my little art experiment did not turn out the way I wanted it to.
yeah, she sent a picture to our group message and we were all like, "Oh my God."
Everyone was like so bad,
Yeah.
but I will try again when I have more
No,
time.
that's like how you become good at that stuff. You have to just
Yeah,
try. I
like
mean, I
now
gave myself food poisoning last week trying to make a croissant bake. So like now you know.
Like, I used to not be able to do deviled eggs, like you were saying, like, cut it up. Like, now I can do it in my sleep. I'm literally like, boom, bap, boom, bap. Like,
Exactly.
I make it so often. Like, every time I go to a gathering, that's my signature dish. But, like, in this case, I do not know how to do the tulips. And I got all this green onion. I had this bow, and I was like, gonna make like a stem. It was bad,
That was
but
really cute. Like it was so cute. Like the stem with the bow. I literally was like, it was so cute. And at the very top are these just like little white
it was
blob.
like worse.
It
And then
was
I got a paper towel to make it look better and like to clean off the smear. And it's like, it was so bad, but it's
It's
okay.
funny, but that's part of the fun, you know,
Yeah.
learning how to be a hostess. It's not for the weak. Like anyone who's like being a host, like hosting and like making things, cute little kitschy things that people make and make it look so easy. Like it's so fucking,
No, it's so hard. And I like love doing stuff like that. And I love like hosting. So I like always want to try to like
yeah.
make an effort, but you know, sometimes it just doesn't land the way you want it to.
I mean, it'll hit. And like right now is all just practice. Like, you know, you're like, don't have your kids yet. Like once you do, they'll be like, Mom, these tulip eggs are gorgeous. You'll be like, you have no
Yeah,
idea what they used to
exactly.
be.
No, by Easter 2032, like I'm gonna have some fire eggs.
The kids are gonna be like, we got to bring our friends over for mom's tulip
Yeah.
eggs. They're crazy.
I'm gonna
But
be
yeah,
like
I
Megan
was
Markle with my rainbow platter.
no, literally, you're
That's like
next
the
level.
most basic shit ever, by the way. Like I've like
Shots fired.
I don't want
Lindsay's
to get
mad.
into Meghan Markle
Meghan
this morning.
Markle could not make tulip eggs like you could, so don't worry.
Yours would also be messy.
But no, it would be a mess. But the other thing I did this weekend, which like I'll just touch on really quickly, is sorry, my husband's screaming,
I
playing
heard
his.
that.
Did you hear that? I literally thought someone was outside dying.
No, I literally heard like
My God. Like, actually, shut the fuck up. I'm so. Shut up.
Colty is just gonna send Drew a cease and desist.
No, I'm actually gonna. I'll put him on the fly. My husband's playing Apex like a big loser, and he always says I put him on the spot and tell people that he plays Apex, and it's embarrassing. And I'm like, yeah, you should be embarrassed. So now everyone can know about it.
Exposed.
Exposed. But this weekend we had fun. We like had to see everybody because that's what happens when you have a child. But it's fine. Like everyone did great. Brooke got like 10 Easter baskets. He's happy as a clam. But
That's
most
really nice.
importantly, I finished my final Crescent City book, which Lindsay doesn't know anything about these, which is fine.
No.
I'm trying to get her to read A Court of Thorns and Roses. It'll change her life. But then there's another series called Crescent City with 3 books, and I finished it. Was it great? No. Did it scratch an itch? For sure. And what it really did was finally get me like out of the Sarah J. Maas realm, which is the author of the books, and it's time for me to read Fourth Wing. And I'm sure you've heard of Fourth Wing, right?
Have you read any Fourth Wing at all?
No. So I've read like 2 chapters, and let me just tell you, it's starting like every great fantasy novel does with a girl who's so small, so frail, with curves that aren't good for her strength. It literally says that. She's like, the curves I have don't make me strong like my sister. I was like, oh, so you're
Like the
tiny with
books in the
huge.
book.
No, she's at least like, hi, I'm tiny with huge boobs. That no,
Mm.
that's like that's how they all start. But that's how you know it's good. So I know it's gonna be good. And I already like know it's gonna happen. So this is my prediction. No one spoil it for me. But here's what I'm thinking. There's like a guy there who's already fucking with her, and he's like, his dad was like the rebel leader, and her mom's like not the rebel leader, and they're like, her mom like killed his dad. And I already know like she's gonna get with the evil guy, and then the evil guy's gonna like let her know that the rebel guys were good all along, and then she's gonna go against her family, and I just know that's what's gonna happen.
No.
I'll look back, see if I got it right. Then she's like, what the fuck? Just remember to stick with your
Honestly,
stick.
oh my God. When we were like all together a few weeks ago, Kate was talking to my other friend and they were literally like, find your mate. And I was like,
Stick with your
no,
mate.
stop
If you read
talking
Sarah
about
J. Maas books, you'll know what I'm talking about. Elaine, stick with your mate. My God.
I'm really surprised just knowing you that and just knowing the culture and books that are popular that you have not read this book before. Like
It
that's
came
really
out
surprising to
it
me.
came out literally right before my wedding.
Okay.
So it literally came out before my wedding. I was
Perfect
already
time for
reading
you to
some.
read on your honeymoon.
And I wanted to fucking drink. And then I got pregnant. And when I was pregnant and I felt sick, when I read, it would make me feel seasick and like throw up.
Yeah, that's
So
a no.
no, like my reading took a no. This has been a long time coming. I'm so excited to read Fourth Wing. So updates to come. Maybe Lindsay will pick it up, but she has other
Maybe.
things to. She has Below Deck to watch.
Yeah. while Kate's reading her books and making her predictions, I'm watching Below Deck, which is so funny because literally today at Easter, John's grandpa also watches Below Deck. So we just love chit-chatting about Below Deck. We're like, can you believe? So
So
the
what
most
happened?
so, okay, I'm watching Below Deck. There's like, spin off this, spin off that. So right now what's on, which is like the current Below Deck, is Below Deck Down Under with Captain Jason. Let me just say, first of all, this yacht is sick. It is one of the best yachts I've seen on the show. The last season, Below Deck Down Under the yacht, no, no, it's not cutting it for me. This yacht is literally, I'm obsessed with it. And okay, so this season's really crazy because there's a bosun who's like the head of the deck, and then there's a deck
Yes.
crew member named Johnny. So Vihan from South Africa and Johnny from Greece, they're two deck members, and they're like, and then there's Harry, who's just like a sweet little angel. Harry, he like doesn't do anything wrong. He like has a girlfriend, like he's just like really good at his job. He just like puts his head down. He like tattletales on everybody to the captain. Like he's just like doing the most. And then Vihan and Johnny are like rogue. And Vihan is so bad at his job. Like he every time he literally is like getting the jet skis capsized. Like he's literally like leaving the deck a mess at night when they have a foam party. Like just time after time after time, he's messing up and everyone's just getting tired of his shit. Like everyone is so done with him. So
Yeah.
it all comes to a head because Harry's like tattletaling on Vihan as he does. And then everybody else is tattletaling too because he's just like crazy. And he's like obsessed. The funny thing about Vihan is he's like this like little man from South Africa. And like he's obsessed with this girl named Adair. She was like this southern girl from Atlanta and she talks like this. And she's like, you ever been to Waffle House? And he's like, no. And he's like literally like writing her love poems. And she's like,
Oh my
okay.
God.
Like, she does not give a fuck. Like, she does not like him. She doesn't want so anyways, Johnny is dating this girl who's this sous chef named Alicia. And basically this all comes to a head because they're all out having a crazy night drinking. And Alicia thinks that she's getting into bed with Johnny, who she's dating, but she gets into bed with Vihan and he like starts like hugging her and kissing her. And Johnny walks in and he's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, that's my girlfriend. He's like, oh, what? I was asleep. Like, I didn't know. And
Oh my
Johnny covers
God.
up the camera with his shirt and he starts like punching the wall. He's like, I'm gonna pull this fucking boat up. He's like losing his mind. So Jason hears this and comes from his car. It's like, you never want to wake up the captain. Like, bad news. That's bad news.
My God.
So they send Johnny, who's like, up until now, pretty much like just whatever. Like he didn't do anything. He's like does his job. He's like fine. But like
Yeah.
this so they send him to a hotel because he's like, you cannot be here tonight. It's like 3 a.m. They're all like having this crazy thing. It's like 3 a.m. They send him away. The next morning he comes back. Jason's like, I gotta let you go, dude. Like, you can't be saying you're gonna blow this place up. Like, I can't have that on my boat. On the yachts, like they do on the boat thing, like
No,
they
they
do
don't
not
mess with that.
they are like, "No, you're done." Like, you make one misstep, gone. So,
Yeah.
anyways, Johnny goes. Then I'm like, "Okay, well, he fired Johnny. Like, Vihan's gotta stay because they can't be down 2." He brings in Vihan. He's like, "You're gone too." They're both gone. I'm like, so they bring in 2 new people. The new bosun seems really good, really qualified. The other bosun literally has 6 months experience, and he's so weird, and he's already fucking up. He already drank with the crew or with the guest, and so he's gonna get in trouble for that. So anyways, that's to come tomorrow, which or tonight. So I'll be watching that. But yeah, no, it's such a good show. And like that happening was like so great. Like he literally got in bed with, and she was like crying. She was like, I literally was like, they were all drinking. Like she genuinely, I believe her. Like she thought it was Johnny who she was getting in bed with.
Yeah.
Like she didn't know. And he literally was like, they were having a conversation like when they were out. Like Johnny was like, I love her so much. Like you're a womanizer. Like don't
God.
come for my girl. Like they were literally having a conversation about it like at the night out. And then just like bam. It was crazy. So that's what's going on in the Black world.
That's pretty good.
It's really
That
good.
may have piqued my interest.
Oh my God, I'm so glad. And the Chiefs do Laura. She's a star. Like she's really good at her job. Zarina, the chef, she's so quirky and unique, but like lovable, but like she's weird. She like wants everybody to like her so bad, but like no one
Sad that
does.
guy said he was gonna blow up the boat. Like he was just like defending his woman's
He
honor.
didn't mean it. I know. I felt bad when he got fired. And when he got fired, he took it on. So he's like, yes, like you're right. I misstepped. I'm so sorry. I made a mistake. Like this is my bad. Like he
Oh
owned
my
it and he was like, all
God.
right, goodbye. And then he left, like with his head held high. Vihan,
I
not
mean,
so much. he was being a massive, like, crybaby. Like, he was, like, packing his stuff, like, so mad. He's like, "I'm out."
Classic Vihan.
No, he's
Classic.
such a loser. I've been waiting for him to go, but I did not think that they were gonna fire both of them. I was like, "Well, I
That
see why
that
J."
leaves them with no one.
But then they got 2 new replacements the same day.
Well, they
So,
just
in
know
and
how
out.
to do that, don't they?
No, they
I
do.
love that
So
for them.
anyways, that was it. That was really good. Things are going really well for me as a fan of the show.
So happy for you.
Thank you.
I mean, it sounds good. I mean,
It's
I've
good.
watched some shitty Below Deck, so, like, I do think that's, like that this seems like it's the best of the best.
It's really good. I'm really enjoying it.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
So, I think maybe I'll check out Below Deck, we'll see. But the other thing we
It's
did
worth your time.
watch I mean, it sounds pretty crazy, and I like that the yacht is gorgeous because a shitty yacht will ruin it,
It's gorgeous. Yeah,
for
really
sure.
good stuff. Really good stuff.
But the other thing we watched, of course, is we watched Summer House. We're all caught up. How are you feeling?
I'm
Lindsay has things to
feeling
say.
I'm feeling good. I just want to say that first of all, like Paige, like that was the main takeaway for me. Like her being so anxious, like I felt that. Like I
Yeah.
literally was like you when Sierra came in and started crying, I was literally like that's like I like felt that. Like I totally get
Yeah.
why Sierra was crying because Paige was just being so like, I get and we've all been in those places where you're, like, drinking all day, you go back to your house, you're just sitting there, you said something that you shouldn't have, you know it's gonna, like, come out, like, that's, I think, what the
Yeah,
big
for
thing was.
sure.
I know like, they were saying that, but they weren't because obviously it's a show and they have to have production, whatever, but, like, basically, like, she's like, "I know Craig's gonna hear this, he's not gonna like it," and it's like, she just could not get out of it, and it made me, like, so sad, and I was just like, I mean, I get it, but, like and it's like, she's just doing her job by being real for the show, like, you know what I mean? Like, she has to
Yeah.
be real, and that's, like, her thought, so she's doing her job by being real, and I'm not, like I'm glad she was, but it's, like, at what cost for her, you know what I mean? Like, that just, like, did not go over well, and then the way she just, like, played it off at, like, lunch when she was with her friend. She's like, "Oh, yeah, Craig and I talked about it, like, we're all good, everything's fine." I'm like, "Obviously, something else is brewing because of what happened between them." Like, I'm sure that
Yeah.
conversation, like, wasn't all good and fine, and, like, just, like, Sierra and, like, the Jesse thing, like well, I mean, what are your thoughts on the Page thing? Like, that was, like, really crazy, I felt like. It just was, like,
It made
sad.
me sad. It made me sad for her, like, she's having this big moment. I mean, not to compare the two, because obviously Craig is, like, not like Zach Bryan, but it's, like, giving that like, she's, like, about to go on tour. That was Brianna Chicken Fri's whole thing, is, like,
Yes,
he was ruining her tour, and, like,
yes.
watching her sitting there freak out, I was like, "Oh my god."
No, that's
Like,
kind
I
of
felt
this
bad.
yeah, no, in a way, that's a really good comparison because it's like Brianna Chicken like, Craig I'm not saying Craig is, like, some crazy person like
No.
Zach Bryan, but it's like, if she feels, like, upset or, like, that her boyfriend isn't cheering her on and then, like, it makes her anxious about doing it, like, that's really sad. Like, that's a really
Yeah.
sad, dark place to be, and I love Craig, so I'm just like, "Oh, that sucks that, like, he was making her feel that way," but, like, I just when she was, like, sitting in the other room scrolling all night and what's his face was just, like, having, like, literally, like, a threesome every day, I'm like, "Why are you here?" Like, I saw Jesse
No.
Solomon doing an interview, and they were like, "Do you think the edit on him is fair?" He's like, "Literally, the edit is exactly what happened. He was literally hooking up with multiple people every night. Like, there's
Yeah.
no edit. That's the facts."
They were like well, he was like they even gave him a good edit, like, he just was, like, there
Yeah.
just, like, fucking people, and I'm sorry. Well, and then he said, like, he was either having sex with someone or, like, trying to go so deep that they were like, "What?" Like, his whole thing of, like, "I'm undocumented, I'm trying to live." I was like, "What?" Like, it's just so I don't know, I feel like he's just, like, using big things to, like, distract from the fact that, like, no, like, you're literally a man whore, like, what is it? Isn't it, like, a male
Yeah,
gigolo or
they're
s
literally like Sierra's like, "You're literally, like, having like, doing this every night, like, having sex in our house every night," and he's like, "Well, this is why," and it's like, "Okay, like, I don't know what it feels like to be like that, so I can't relate, and no one else can," but it's like, everyone's just calling you out for being a whore, and, like, that's what you're saying, like, they're like, "You need to use condoms." He's like, "Oh, well, I just have lived my
I'm just
life in
trying to
the
be
past,"
free.
and everyone's like,
No. Literally, the new excuse for someone to not use a condom, "Well, I used to be undocumented, so I'm just, like, trying to live my life."
"That is like 2 plus 2 does not equal that," like, that is not what you're saying.
No. It was so funny. But I know I feel really sad for Paige, her sitting there like freaking out. I do think what I'm realizing is like I actually think Craig is like sometimes Craig does act like a freak on Southern Charm, but it's making me realize like he really keeps it zipped up on the show. Like he
Zipped up.
really does.
Yeah, agree.
Because and it's kind of like I'm definitely like, oh, you're like not maybe as like you're he's good at it. Like he's good at like having his like reality TV facade and like talking about certain things and not talking about other things. And like I feel like Paige feels like she's being very honest.
Yes,
And like I feel like we're really seeing like the real side of it from her.
right.
So it
Like,
it's
when
been
they were
it's been
having
weird to
lunch
see.
I agree. Like, when they were having lunch, I guarantee Paige went back. She was like, Craig came over on Sunday. They had a fight about that. And she was like, oh, it's good. It's good. And he was like, we're not talking about this anymore on TV. You can go and say
Yeah.
everything's good. And this is private. Cause obviously it was not resolved. They are broken up now. So, like, you
Yeah.
know what I like? I guarantee he told her to be
Yeah.
like, we're good. All good.
No,
Everything's good.
he keeps it zipped up, which like
Or he's
is fine.
delusional.
Or he's delusional. I mean, there's
Because
many things.
honestly, he thought
No,
that
but
they were getting
she
married at
no,
Bravo
but
con.
at one point, I don't think it was this episode. I think it was a different episode. She said like she said he was like, "Well, I'm obviously not going to say." She said that he said he was not obviously not going to say that she makes more money than him on TV and that he's not very busy because he doesn't have a lot going on and like all that stuff. But I don't know. I think they were just like not. You can just. I think it's been nice to see like the light shed on like why they broke up, and I think everyone's watching this going, okay, like we see it. It's like when like Lindsay and like, obviously not like apples and oranges here, but like it's like when Lindsay and Carl broke up, like broke off their wedding, and then we watched the summer they lived, and we were
Right.
like,
We
okay,
were all,
like
like, just
that's
assuming Lindsay's crazy, Lindsay did this, Lindsay did that,
yeah.
Lindsay did this, and
And
then
then we
as
watched
I'm
and we went
like,
soft. Oh, Carl is a little soft, which yeah,
yeah,
not my favorite. But I think also like the star of this episode too was Lindsay at the club, pregnant. I would have died. Like I It does make me think like, am I such a pussy? Because she is out here just like going, doing it. I'm like, I could never
she's
have
really
done that.
embracing work doing summer house and being pregnant, like, she
Yes.
is showing up to stuff, she is putting in the hours, like, I thought, "Oh, we're gonna get Lindsay here and there, and you know, every
No,
once in
when
a while."
she was like, I'm pregnant, I was like, I know what I did when I was pregnant. I laid my ass on the couch and watched your TV show. And she's like, well, I'm gonna be on it. So let's go. Like she's doing the most and I appreciate it. And I'm like, no one can say anything about like her being pregnant on like the summer show, like a pregnant lady's here. Like they kind of had said that at the beginning. And I'm like, she is
That's
doing
exactly.
exactly what she would have done anyway, to me,
Yeah. No, I know. I agree. I mean,
which is
maybe
fine.
she would have had some more drunk fights, which we're not getting that. The Carl and her, if she was not pregnant, the Carl and her thing would be much more explosive, but it's definitely a boundary is there.
I don't know. I feel like he's not really like trying to fight her, you know?
Think she would have been trying to fight him more. But now she's pregnant, so she has to be like, I've moved on. But I think
True.
that if they were not, if that was, if they were in the house together, she wasn't dating anybody, she was not pregnant, that would not be good. Like that would
I
be
mean,
bad.
it would have been good TV, but
Right,
it is
but you
what
know
it
what I mean,
is.
like, I think that's the only thing where I'm like, "Ooh, I wish
Yeah.
we could've gotten, like, some more follow-up," but because she's pregnant, of course, there's, like, a boundary there, which is good, like, he's not crossing it, she's not crossing it, it's, like, all respectful and nice, but it's, like, that is, like, the thing where it's, like, they can't go there, you know?
No, it's so true.
It kinda saved her and
No,
him.
it kind of did. Well, and it kind of like it like he's like just trying so hard to be this little victim, and it's like, dude, you broke up with her. Then he's sitting there like, I had sex with anyone. I'm like, shut
No,
up. And then like
you
she's out
don't
here
deserve
living her life. Like, leave her alone.
yes.
No, it definitely like it really like I feel like upped her stock
Mhm.
a lot because
Agree,
she's just doing her thing, and I'm like, and I
agree.
respect it.
It's all for the best in the end.
It's all for the best. But then the
For
other
him, he
thing,
can open his bar, and for her, she can have her life. Like,
this
she would
bar,
have not let him do that, you
I
know?
asked Drew, I was like, I told Drew about the bar because I was like, do you think this is a good idea? And he was like, what? Like,
Half-A, it's just so weird.
it's bad.
I
That's what
hope
he
it does
said.
well.
I
I
mean,
wish him well.
I don't know what it is about Carl. I always am like, I hope he
I feel
does.
bad for him. Like, I'm sympathetic to him.
It's
I
true.
hear him.
I'm sympathetic to his cause. But the other thing that happened on the episode is, of course, the Lexi and Jesse Solomon drama continues. Jesse saying, I will say it's so annoying that they don't record them in the cars. Like, why don't they record them in the cars? It's just not that.
They don't record them at the clubs either because they don't have the
They do like,
permit. Because after a certain time, it's like, no,
which
I
is
think they
fine.
don't.
Like, okay, don't record them at the club, but like, there are so many fights that happen in the cars, and I just want to like see their drunk asses in the cars fucking fighting. Like, that's when we would fight as friends. Like when we were all drinking, we get in the Ubers and be like, shut up, we literally
Yeah.
did that a month ago. But like, it's like that's what I want to see. One, do you think West was like flirting with her or like being flirty? I mean, I
I
guess we
think
didn't
that's
see it.
no, but, like, I know Wes, I don't know him, but, like,
Yeah,
I know, like, I guess, like, through the show,
his
like,
personality.
that's who he is, and that's how Jesse is too. Like, I could see Jesse does that with Sierra, and, like,
Yeah.
what? Like, no, I don't think that's I think maybe, like, Jesse realized he's more uncomfortable with it, and it's, like, turning the tables, like, look how it feels when somebody does that.
Yeah.
It's, like, not fun to you, but, like, he's like, "Oh, I like it because now it's, like, that's how I am, like, I'm showing you," but it's, like, obviously you realize that you didn't like that, so look how it feels, like,
No, literally. It's just sad. Like, I think we're just watching like a serious implosion about to happen. And I feel bad because like I want the best for both of them. And like I just feel like I'm like, Jesse, come on. Like this girl loves you. Like she's so sweet. She's so nice. She's beautiful. Like, what else do you want? Like, this is where guys get so annoying. And it's like, what else do you want from her? She's giving you everything.
think for him, she's just too, like, clingy for his personality. Like, I just think they don't match. I think they feel like they match, and it seems like they do, but I think and I'm not saying Lexi's in the wrong, like,
No, I
she's
agree.
I don't think she's doing anything wrong, but I think for him, he needs, like, a cool girl, like, one of those,
Well, and
like,
I think the thing that I think is so
which is not
funny
me.
is that Sierra, no, it's not me either. And like Sierra's sitting there like pretending she's so cool and so chill. And like she's being mad about that. What? Like, I'm so cool and chill. And I'm like, girl, you are the same as her.
Yeah.
Like,
No, exact no, and
calm down.
Sarah is, like, getting mad, like, "Oh my god, this that," like, Sierra like, Jesse is touching her and doing stuff, like, if I were Sierra, I'd be like, "Hey, like, you have a girlfriend, like, don't do that," you
Yeah.
know?
No, when they're at like the cancer thing and he's like, don't touch me. And I'm just
She was
like,
making some good points, though. She was like, "Then you don't touch me. Like, d don't play that you
no,
don't tell me not to
it's
touch you."
true. It's true. That whole altercation was so awkward. I was like, I just feel bad and I feel sad. It's interesting because I feel like that group of girls always kind of ganged up on Lindsay and now they've like accepted Lindsay and they're kind of now ganging up on Lexi.
Yeah, that's fair.
And it's kind of
It's
interesting
not fair, but that's true. Like,
but that's what's
that's
happening. Like they seem to like need someone to pick at to
because
go
that's what they
for.
like, that's a show, you know what I mean?
And
They
that's the
have
show and that
to.
makes it good. And someone needs to be on the outs and like it's
Lexi
just
needs a friend. I said this
she
last
needs
week,
a
I'll say
friend.
it again. She cannot be fighting in this world alone because I feel like she doesn't think she's alone, but I'm sure watching it back, she's like, "Whoa, I am alone."
I know. I'm really curious to know if she'll stay for another season.
I
Like
think she I think
I
she
think she
should.
should.
Yeah,
But,
and I
like,
think
that'd
she will.
be so hard. Like, can you imagine, like, you already had a shitty summer and then you're rewatching all the way back and you're like, "Oh my god, these girls, like, did not have my back. They were so, like, not on my side and, like, talking shit
Yeah,
about
I mean,
me."
did you
Like,
see
oh
the birthday thing? Her birthday
my
party?
god. I know.
Did you see that?
Yes.
Lexi was doing an interview or something with Page Six, or I don't know what it was, and she
Like, none
said,
of
like,
them came.
"I just had a birthday party, and the 2 people who are giving me the hardest time on the show right now did not come to my birthday party, Sierra and Jesse."
I know. I think it's
And they
shitty.
hung
I'm
out together.
really
So are they together? I don't get that. They posted a kissing picture at Coachella.
low key, like, they better be. The way they're acting, like, they better be fucking together. But I do think it's a good segue because it was Coachella this weekend.
Oh, yeah, it was Coachella. Weekend 2.
Weekend 2, and honestly, weekend irrelevant.
I didn't have as much FOMO from this weekend that I did the last
No,
one.
I didn't need to remember my ish at all for this weekend because
No.
I'm sorry, it must be said. Charlie XCX, love you, Queen. Why in the hell did weekend 1 get Billie Eilish, Troye Sivan, Lord, and Weekend 2 gets Addison Rae,
If
I'd be
my husband was
pissed.
in the crowd, he would have been thrilled.
He would have.
He
She
loves
sounded
Addison
she
Rae.
didn't sound very good. Like
Well, I don't expect
which
that
I
from
wasn't,
her.
which is not like I was sitting there like Addison Rae's vocals better be on point. Like I didn't really care about it, but I just thought like at least break it up. At least do like Troye Sivan and Billy and like Lord and added like at least break it up a little. I'm sure they all wanted to hang out because they all took like a picture together, but like or like I just feel like it needed to be broken up a little bit because I feel like you're on week 2 and you're like, wow, like who's she gonna bring out? And then it's like Addison Rae, you're like,
Yeah,
cool, what else? Like she brought out 3 people and then one. That's not equal.
it's
That's
not.
not fair.
She had, which I thought this was really cute and like on like funny, that Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers did the Apple dance.
Yes,
And
they
I
were
am
really
like a
cute.
huge fan of, I like Bowen and I'm like a fan of his, but I'm a really big fan of Matt. I think Matt is like really funny and like he kind of gets like overlooked sometimes because like Bowen is like a star and he's on SNL and as he should. Like I think he's hilarious, but I think Bowen gets like not as much or Matt not gets not as much credit. And to see him out there with Bowen doing the Apple dance, I was like, yes, love.
No, they were really cute. So that was also a highlight for sure. But no, and I will say with the whole Charlie thing, like, so last week she was wearing a sash that said, Mrs. should be a headliner. We literally thought she was a headliner. Like, we literally last week were like, oh, she's a headliner. So it's like kind of crazy that she wasn't. But I actually think the real mistake, like, I think Green Day was like a good headliner choice. But like, I guess Post Malone was also a headliner. I haven't seen one video from
Not one.
either weekend of Post
Same.
Malone. It should have been Green Day, Charlie XCX, Lady Gaga. I don't know why she wasn't. Like I was so confused.
I
And
mean,
then
if it were me, I would honestly, because those shows, like we were talking about last week, they go on so late. I would literally just be like, go to Charlie XX and leave. Like, I probably wouldn't stay for Green
same,
Day personally. But
same.
like,
I
I know people
agree.
do like that. So that's, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just like not
I
my
know.
thing.
I feel like that was like an attempt to maybe like
Bring in a
broaden the
crowd.
bring in a different type of crowd, but like I don't know, it was just it was an interesting choice. And I think like she could have totally been a headliner. I like thought she was.
Thought she was
So
too.
that was like an interesting choice for sure. And then they kind of like clapped back at her Green Day. He was like Mr. Actually a headliner. I was like,
I would
Jesus.
too. It's like they asked me to do this. I said yes. Like, why? Like, not my problem.
But see, I feel like it's also like she's not mad at Green Day, she's mad at Coachella. Like, why do they have
No.
to like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
And like,
Yeah.
she honestly, the person that she should have, because I saw Green Day clips, the person that she's really coming after is low key Post Malone because he's the one who's like the most relevant of all of them.
I also think that Sunday night spot is a rough one. Like, no one's there really. Like,
Yeah.
at least, like, when I went to music festival, like, I don't go on Sunday. Like, unless it's
Yeah.
somebody you have to see, but, like, for me, it's just not happening.
Yeah. I feel like Green Day could have been a good Sunday headliner and then
Right.
Charlie
They
Saturday,
should have
Lady
moved
Gaga
that
Friday.
around.
Yeah. The Post Malone thing just seemed, and then where was he? I literally haven't seen one video. Not one.
Same. And also, this is an aside, but not like I know we kind of mentioned it a little bit, but like it did come out that his like ex-wife or the mother of his child is
Oh,
asking for custody of his child, which is like really crazy because
full
I would be
custody, right?
surprised, just full custody, and I would be really surprised if she gets it because I feel like from just like seeing him, like he seems like a really good guy. Like that's
I
really
know.
surprising to me, you know?
When you told me that, I was also like, huh. Because another one who puts up like he's like such a nice guy, so down to earth. He does drink a lot. But like
And
not that that,
he
but like
that
again, it's just like the facade he's putting forward. So, like who
yeah.
knows? But I mean, also like maybe he's never around, and he's like, you need to bring my kid to this place for me to, you know what I mean? Like who knows the situation? Really sad. Like I feel sad for them and the wife and all of it. I didn't even know he really had a kid. I had to actually look it up. I was like, oh, he has a
This was
kid.
like a while ago. He has like a kid from like a few years
Yeah,
ago. Yeah.
yeah, I saw that. But no, it was definitely sad, and I hope like all's well. I don't like to see
Yeah.
families like this, families in distress. It makes me
I mean,
sad.
he works a lot, which is probably really
He works
hard.
a lot. So I'm sure that has something to do with it, but I don't know. I don't know.
But
I
also like
literally don't.
there's a lot of people divorced singers and who are on the road. Like you kind of just have
Exactly.
to
So
that's
yeah,
what
I'm kind of
like part of it.
yeah, I'm curious to see how this like shakes out and like why she did that because I didn't feel like I don't know. I hadn't seen anything that made me be like, oh, Post
Just would be
Malone.
surprised to know if he is that type of person. I would be really surprised. I mean, it's
I am
possible. It's
too,
highly possible that he's some
for
like major
sure.
loser, like, horrible father, but it's just, like, that would be really surprising to me.
Yeah, another guy who, like, keeps it buttoned up. But I
Yeah.
think another thing that happened at Coachella was Lady Gaga had a literal, like, tech malfunction. Did you see that?
I
Oh,
just
you
got back on
didn't?
TikTok.
Oh yeah, Lindsay's Lent is over. Praise the Lord. Lindsay's back on TikTok. Literally opened my TikTok, like, oh, Lindsay Parker. I was like, yeah. Um, but Lady Gaga's microphone went out at the very beginning of the show. So, you know how at the beginning she's like up in that thing singing? So then she comes down, her mic died and like wasn't working. So for like so she
Someone's
sings
getting
Bloody
fired.
Mary. So I think Bloody Mary, like part of it went out. And then when she's coming
Sucks.
down, I don't know what she's singing as she's coming down, and then she starts applause. So I think she sings Judas as she comes down and then she starts applause. So I think they couldn't hear like per part of Judas and then they gave her a microphone. So, but she handled it. You should definitely watch the video because like
I think I
professional,
saw something of this.
professional.
I saw something. I mean, she is a professional, but at
She's
Coachella,
so
like,
talented.
literally headliner, like, get your shit together. Like, get your
No,
mics
really
working.
bad. I was
Like,
like,
that's
whoa. And like
like,
right at the
opening
beginning too.
no,
Well, and she's
that's
in
not
the thing, so
acceptable.
they can't get to her. They can't
It's
get
not
to her at all.
acceptable.
No, it really
How
is.
many sound checks are they doing? Thousands. This is not acceptable.
No, it was kind of bad. And like the point in which it happened, where she, like they literally can't get to her, they're like trying to get her a microphone. I'm like, oh my God, I'd be shitting my pants if I was in charge of that.
Yeah, no, somebody's in trouble.
But yeah, I would definitely say the overall vibe of Coachella, if you weren't there on week one, like you really missed out. Which I feel
Yeah,
like last year, week two was kind of the thing because that's when like Sabrina Carpenter sang Espresso for week two. I
I don't
literally
remember.
remember that. This fucking computer is gonna kill
It's
me.
having a party at it.
I'm having a party. I mean, at Espresso, having so much fun.
Me
But yeah, I feel
espresso.
like week one was definitely the one to go to. Week two just seemed like irrelevant. I did see this hilarious idea. People be like, the Travis Scott thing is empty right now. I'm like, it's literally Saturday at 1 a.m., week two of Coachella. No shit, it's empty. Like,
I saw a video
who's
of
gonna
Justin
find?
Bieber dancing with his shirt off. Oh, I saw Tom Brady was there.
Of course he was.
He was, like, just vibing in the crowd. Someone's like, "Tom Brady." I was like, "Oh my god."
But yeah, so everyone who went to week two, I hope you had fun. But like week one was definitely the time to go.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's also
another,
Easter week, so I do feel like people, like
yeah, Lindsay was like, who are these heathens at
yeah,
Coachella?
go with your family. No, but it is, like it's like, I don't know, like, I feel like people may have plans over like, if it were me and I had the
It's
option, I'd
true.
be like, "Second weekend's Easter, like, I should probably go the first." Like, if I was making the choice, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what
It's
I would do.
true. You're not wrong. It is Easter, and like, sorry,
Like, it's a if
Jesus,
you have
he's
kids,
risen.
like, you're not gonna be at Coachella. I mean, you might
It's
like,
true.
Sophia Richie was there, but she was, like, back at home for Sunday
Well,
morning,
yeah,
you know what I
that's
mean?
easy for her to do.
Right. But if you're, like, traveling or whatever, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But no, I agree. Like, it just was. I hate when like things are over Easter. Like, respect Easter. It's like a
Right,
nice family holiday.
yeah, and it's like, I get it, like, whatever, but, like, I don't know. I get why there was less attendance probably, you know?
Yeah, for sure. But then the other big thing that happened this weekend, Lindsay, Billy Ray, let us know.
Yeah, Billy Ray Cyrus posted a picture of him kissing Elizabeth Hurley, which honestly, like, that's pretty surprising because I really like her, and I know he's, like, known to be, like, wild, and she seems
Yeah.
like I mean, she's had her like some weird stuff over the years, like weird headlines, but she was in a show, I think it was called Royals. What was it? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, like the Royals or something.
And I was like obsessed with that show in high school. It was on E! And it was
Yes.
like she was like a
She
rogue
was the
royal.
queen.
Yeah, and, like, she was, like, crazy. But that show was so good, and I really liked her, and she's, like I don't know, she's just been in, like, stuff over the years that I really, like. She's a good actress, she's everything she's in, I, like, think she's a great actress, and when she posted that picture or, like, somebody did of her and Billy Ray, I was like, "Whoa, what a combo." Like, wow, that's
No,
surprising.
it's really weird because I think he's like majorly struggling. So
Yes,
it's
and,
like
like, everything
interest.
with the kids, like, none of the kids want to, like, be with him. Nobody wants to, like, be around him, so I'm like, "Oh, so you have, like, this girlfriend now and she wants to be around you? Like, that's weird," you know?
And I thought he had a girlfriend. Like, wasn't there a video of him like screaming at her or something?
I think they're, like, not together anymore because of
Well,
that.
well, yeah. But no, that was shocking.
I can't keep up with Billy Ray.
I don't normally keep with Billy Ray, but when I saw him and what's her name again?
Elizabeth Hurley.
Elizabeth Hurley together, when you sent me that, I was like,
No, I was obsessed with that show. in high
No, that
school.
was
Like,
such a good no,
so many.
that was like, wow, this is what it's like to be like Queen Elizabeth. I'm just kidding.
No, and she's like rogue. She's an actress and a model. I think she dated Liam Payne. Like, I want to say.
Okay, well, sounds like she has like an interesting choice in men then. No offense, Liam Payne, R.I.P.
She's in Austin Powers. She was in Gossip Girl. That's right. She's in
Yes,
Gossip Girl.
she's
She's the
always like
royal.
Loki the villain, the Royals, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
she's
now
like,
she's shacking up with Billy. Oh my God, she's literally almost 60 years old.
well, Billy's age appropriate for her.
That's crazy. She looks amazing.
That's
Must be
good. That's our
fucking
age
nice.
appropriate relationship, would you say?
No, 100%, which is always nice to see. I do feel like Billy Ray seems to like keep it age appropriate, which like if he's doing anything, at least he's doing that.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, yeah, they're kissing on Easter. I would say they're dating. They're like relationship rumors. I'm like, yeah, if you're kissing on Easter, I think you're dating. It's like
And like
the
posting a
most,
picture of you kissing.
yeah. So I don't know. I'm curious to see how this goes. I hope he's like doing better. I feel sad when they're like
Maybe he's the right like honestly, if anybody's gonna get the family back together, Miley, Trisha, Rick,
Elizabeth.
all of them, it's gonna be Elizabeth Hurley. She's gonna be the one to bring unite them.
I hope so. So we'll have to see. We'll keep you updated. But I think that's like most of what happened this weekend. It was, a
Yeah, it was
fun,
low.
wholesome Easter weekend. There wasn't a whole lot going on, but people were with their families and it was fun. And, we do have a serious warning for the girls. Stay safe out there because it is the NBA playoffs, the NHL playoffs, and the NFL draft. And my God, some of us are suffering. To all the girls out there whose husbands, fiancés, boyfriends, whatever, are fans of the Memphis NBA team, whatever they're called, prayers out to you. That game today, my God, it was a
I didn't catch that
bloodbath.
one.
It was so bad. Like, if that was John, Lindsay's husband is the number one Nuggets fan in America. If that was a Nuggets thing, like, it'd be
The
bad.
Nuggets game on Saturday went into overtime and they won, but I was like, I was scared.
Yeah, no, John gets really into it. And it's also the Colorado girls are seriously suffering because the Nuggets are in the NBA playoffs and then the Avalanche are in the NHL playoffs. So, like,
And my husband's a big fan of both. He's a
yeah,
huge fan.
no. And tomorrow
So,
they're
which is
both
like
playing.
fun because we always have fun watching the games, but then when they lose, it's like he's sad.
When they lose, like, the vibes are down for a long time. And then
Yeah,
the NFL draft is happening. So Drew just keeps making like I was like, what are you doing on his phone? He's like, I'm making mock drafts to see who the Chiefs are gonna get. I was like, okay. Yeah, you can like do it on your phone. So if anyone's boyfriend's sitting there, husband, fiance, just sitting there twiddling on their thumbs, they're probably making mock drafts for the NFL because that's what mine's doing. And there's
I'm
so
really
many
curious
games.
to see who the Broncos get because
I'm really curious to see where Shador Sanders and Travis Hunter end up because they were the CU like big players. They're literally retiring their jerseys. I'm like,
we had a
these
1 hour conversation about this today at Easter because half of John's family went to see you, so they think it's like so cool. I'm like,
they
that's
haven't done
weird.
anything yet.
That's literally what we said. And they were like, no, they've done so much for the program, blah, 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 blah. Like,
Yeah,
that's
the
what they're
dad,
whatever. I don't know.
the prime effect. But no, I think that's so weird. I'm genuinely curious to see if Shador Sanders. I think Travis Hunter will be the first pick of the NFL draft, personally. Drew thinks it's Shador. I'm like, really? Because Drew said whoever gets Shador, the dad wants to be his coach again, which I feel like is a conflict of interest.
I am so over this man. Like, I'm sorry. Like, get a life. He's literally like, I'm done. Like, get a life. Get out of your kids' sports. Yours is not fifth grade T-ball. Get away from your kids' sports. Like,
I
grow
mean,
up.
they obviously like it. Like they're obviously like doing good together. I mean, not really. The CU team was fine. No, them retiring the jersey is so extreme. And honestly, if I was the players, I wouldn't want them to do that because I feel like it's such a
It's a
jinx.
curse. It's
It's a
diva behavior.
curse. Divas. No, these CU football players, divas, all of them.
Another thing, just to like really quick to like just the NIL situation. We were just talking about like this one player from I don't even know, I'm butchering this, but like there's this one player from Tennessee who's like literally shopping himself around because he's like gonna get 30 million and it's not enough and it's not and it's like this is like I get getting paid for your work, and I think they should be, but there needs to be a cap because literally you are 20 years old shopping yourself around for your college football career. Like, I don't know if this is a hot take, I don't know, but it just feels very excessive and greedy and like I don't like it. Like it just feels like it takes away the joy of like a underdog or like a
Yeah.
like of just somebody like I get it. Like people I understand wanting to get paid for your
Yeah.
job, and that's great. And like, yeah, the schools take advantage of these like players who get literally nothing and they can't accept anything. And that sucks. But like 30 million or whatever, I don't remember the number. Even if it was 3 million, it's like you're
Yeah.
literally 19 years old. Like that is a lot of money to take on as a 19-year-old in those
No,
situations.
it's really like there's definitely going to be some type like they're going to have to figure something out. I understand getting paid for your likeness, like if they're selling jerseys with your name on it, if you can do commercials, things like that, but like the school physically like the school handing you money to pay for them, that's
It's not from the school.
well, but you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they're getting paid to play at the
See,
school.
like, when I go to Alabama, I'm like, these people like, when I go to CSU, I'm like, "Okay, these people" like, we went to CSU, it's Colorado State, like, I'm like, "Nobody here deserves anything, like, you guys suck, and this program is not, like" it's not like what's bringing people to the school, like, CSU's football program isn't bringing people to the school, whereas
Yeah,
if you look at Alabama and I go to the game and it's, like,
it's
literally the
true.
biggest thing, the biggest spectacle, thousand it's like, "Okay, these people
No,
maybe
yeah,
deserve a piece of the pie, I get it," but,
they
like,
do.
it's gone too far.
No, it's
I
something
don't know
that like
anything
they'll
about it.
work it out.
I hope.
I don't know enough about it, and two, I just think it still needs to be worked out because the other issue that'll happen is like schools will just be too good. It's
It's like
like,
March Madness this year. Like, there
yeah,
was no upset or, like, Cinderella story because it's like, why would you go play for St. Mary's Baptist blank blank when you could play for Florida and make
and win.
money when you're not gonna make any money here? It's like, what and you're really good. Like, they don't there's no room for that. Like, there's
Yeah.
no it's, like, sad.
No, I think some adjustments will be made. And like I just think it's a new thing and they don't really know what to do with it yet. So, we'll get there. But stay safe out there, ladies. The guys, it's gonna be I literally looked at how many games there are. It's like every night, multiple games. I'm like, oh my
No, I know.
God.
This is my life now
It's
because
also like fun because
it's
it's something to
beautiful.
do, I guess. But like Drew's not in my husband isn't into any of these sports, so I'm safe. But like Lindsay, stay safe out there, Queen.
My husband's trying to get John's son into
Drew's
Nuggets.
son.
Yeah.
John's trying to get Baby Brooks into Nuggets, which we like are trying to be Nuggets fans. Like we are, but like Drew's just a diehard Chiefs fan. Diehard. And John's like a diehard fan to like 100 teams. So
Broncos,
Lindsay
Abs, and Chiefs, and Yankees. He loves
and
me.
Oh yeah. The Yankees, of course.
So,
Big
but they're pretty
Yankees
good. The
guy.
Yankees are it's all teams who go to play well, the Broncos this year. So it's like, we have to go through the whole thing, and then it's like, "W
No, you're really suffering. So to
will they, won't
everyone,
they?"
yeah, to everyone who is just experiencing a husband who's just like being so unhinged about all of this, remind them to find their ish and that like sports, it's not the end of the
We
world.
will
We'll be
live to
okay.
see another day.
You actually will. Like it's crazy. We will move on. Like if your team doesn't get the player they thought they were going to in the NFL draft, like it's gonna be okay. No, this clip will forever go down in history. There is a guy who is like live streaming himself for the NFL draft, and the Chiefs select Patrick Mahomes. He's like, "What? Patrick Mahomes, the guy fucking sucks. The Chiefs are always like," and I'm like, that guy,
He's regretting
see,
his
is regretting all of his decisions. So like, just
yeah.
it's gonna be fine. See what happens. You never know. But anyway, so I think that's a wrap. Happy Monday, everyone. Have an amazing Monday. We will be back here Friday with all that went on with the week with a hacks. We're going to talk about hacks and we're going to talk about the Valley. So watch those shows this week. We'll be talking about it on Friday. Can't wait to talk to you guys and we will see you later. Bye.